So our first step in the thread procedure after cleaning off the face and marking is I'm placing blebs of lidocaine at each of the cannula entry sites. So this will get the area where I'm going to use a needle to put a little hole through, which you can see me doing now. And then I'm placing a cannula with some additional lidocaine. So I get those areas where I'll be putting the needle profoundly numb with those initial blebs of lidocaine, and then I'm placing lidocaine tracks. So just small amounts of lidocaine on the track that the thread will be put with the cannula. And I think it's really important when you're thinking about a thread lift to ensure that your provider knows how to numb well. It's important to me that my patients are comfortable through the procedure. The lidocaine does sting and burn a little bit as it's going in, but it's very tolerable. And then I'm able to really work and perfect the procedure with the patient being comfortable. So this is an important step, getting everything good and numb so that the patient is really, really comfortable throughout the actual thread placement. So here I'm moving on to placing the thread. So these threads that I'm placing now are going to be used to lift April's cheeks and lift or soften her smile lines. So I'm placing 2 lifting threads and 1 fixing thread in each area where I'll be working. So here I've placed the 2 lifting threads. I'm massaging those superficial fat pads and skin up onto the barbs that are on the lifting thread, and I'm tying them into place. I like to tie to provide additional anchoring. And then here, now that I've obtained the lift, I'm placing a fixed thread. I love these fixed threads. They really promote longevity because they're like double-sided sticky tape. And then you saw there, I cut the threads. Once they're cut, the little knots that were placed slip right through the skin and are not visible. Here I am working on lifting April's jowl areas. So I enter at a submalar area and then anchor up in the scalp. So this is done in what we call a reverse trajectory. So I'm tying here, which is really defining her neckline and reducing the jowls that she had. And then, like I said, once I've tied and lifted, I'm going in with the fixing thread to really adhere this lift and make sure that she has good, long, stable results. I've placed knots and then I'm cutting, and then you'll see those knots just slip right back underneath the skin and are no longer visible. So you actually don't feel or see the threads after the procedure. So here are April's beautiful before and after pictures, which demonstrate a beautiful lift to her nasolabial fold and jowl area.